Hi everyone, myself Prudviras. Today our topic is canal lining. Today our topic is canal lining. So what is mean by canal lining? Why we need to provide a lining in canals? Is it necessary to provide lining in canals? The answer is yes. It is very essential to construct lining in canals. So here I am showing a structure of a canal. So this is the structure of a canal. So this is a canal structure, and this is the canal bed. This is the canal bed or bed of the canal, and these are the side slopes of the canal. These two are the side slopes of the canal. Okay. The main aim of canal linings is generally these canal linings are provided in canals to resist the flow of water through its bed and sides. So already I told that this is the canal bed. This canal lining will helps to resist the flow of water into its bed. It will resist the flow of water through its bed and also along its sides, because this lining is a impermeable material, so that it will resist the flow of water through its bed and sides. So generally these linings can be constructed by using impervious materials such as compacted earth or cement, concrete, plastics, boulders, bricks, etc. So this lining material is an impermeable impermeable layer. This complete along with bed and two side slopes are covered with an impermeable layer. Hence, it will resist the flow of water through its bed and also along the sides of the canal. So next, what are the advantages of canal lining? What are the advantages of canal lining? There are mainly 7 advantages are there. First one is seepage reduction, and second one is prevention of water logging, and third one is increase in command area, and fourth one is increase in channel capacity, and fifth one is less maintenance, and sixth one is safety against floods. First, we will discuss about seepage reduction. The advantage of canal lining in seepage reduction. Already I told that the main purpose of behind the lining of canal is it will reduce the seepage losses. It will reduce the seepage losses. In some soils, the seepage loss of water in unlined canals. In unlined canals, it is about to 25 to 50% of total water supplied. Seepage loss occurs up to 25 to 50% among the total water supplied. But even though the cost of lining is high, but it is very essential such that it will reduce the seepage losses and also it will protect the water. For example, if seepage losses are very small in that canal, then no need to go for canal lining. If seepage losses are very less in that area, then no need to go for construct a canal lining. So these are the advantages in seepage reduction. Next, second one is prevention of waterlogging. So generally waterlogging is caused due to phenomenon rise in water table due to uncontrolled seepage in an unlined canals. Due to increasing the water table, in unlined canals, we can reduce that water logging by providing this canal lining material. Due to this water logging, the seepage affects the surrounding groundwater table, which makes the land unsuitable for irrigation. So this is the main problem of water logging. So that by providing this canal lining, we can prevent this water logging problem. Suppose this is a unlined canal. This is a lined canal. This is a lining material. Here groundwater table is available. For suppose మనకు ఈ అన్లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్లో సీపేజ్ లాసెస్ అనేది అక్కరే ఛాన్సెస్ చాలా హైగా ఉంటాయి. ఈ సీపేజ్ లాసెస్ జరగడం వల్ల మనకు గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ టేబుల్ అనేది గ్రాడ్యువల్లీ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ టేబుల్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతూ ఈ గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ అంతా మొత్తం మనకు ఫుల్ సప్లై లెవెల్ కన్నా, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అ ఫుల్ సప్లై లెవెల్, కెనాల్ యొక్క ఫుల్ సప్లై లెవెల్. ఈ గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ టేబుల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయితే మనకు ఓవర్ఫ్లో అనేది జరుగుతుంది కెనాల్స్ నుంచి. ఈ ఓవర్ఫ్లో జరగడం వల్ల ఇక్కడ మనకు సరౌండింగ్స్లో ఉన్న ఇరిగేషన్ ల్యాండ్స్ కానివ్వండి, కల్టివేట్ ల్యాండ్స్ కానివ్వండి, మొత్తం స్పాయిల్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. అదే మీరు లైనింగ్ కెనాల్స్కి లైనింగ్ అనేది ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుంటే, దిస్ ఈజ్ అ లైనింగ్ మెటీరియల్. లైనింగ్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఇంపరిమేబుల్ మెటీరియల్తో కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేసేదాన్ని లైనింగ్ అంటారు. సో ఇక్కడ మనకు సీపేజ్ లాసెస్ అక్కర్ అయ్యే ఛాన్సెస్ చాలా 0.1% మాత్రమే ఉంటుంది. అంటే 99% ఇట్ విల్ ప్రొటెక్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద సీపేజ్ లాసెస్. సో మనకు సీపేజ్ లాసెస్ అక్కర్ కావు కాబట్టి ఈ గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ టేబుల్ అనేది మనకు గ్రౌండ్ వాటర్ టేబుల్ లెవెల్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వదు. సో వీ కెన్ ప్రొటెక్ట్ ద వాటర్ హియర్ ఇన్ ఇట్స్ సెల్ఫ్. వాటర్ అనేది కాన్స్టెంట్గా ఇక్కడే ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా? సో నెక్స్ట్, ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ కమాండ్ ఏరియా. What is meant by command area? Command area is the area which is suitable for irrigation purpose. ఇరిగేషన్ పర్పస్కి ఏ ఏరియా అయితే సూటబుల్ అవుతుందో ఆ ఏరియాని కమాండ్ ఏరియా అని అంటాం. ది వాటర్ క్యారింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్ ఈజ్ మచ్ హయ్యర్ దాన్ ద అన్లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్. సో ఇక్కడ మీకు లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్లో వాటర్ క్యారింగ్ కెపాసిటీ అనేది చాలా హైగా ఉంటుంది when compared with the unlined canals. So hence we can increase this command area by providing the linings in canals. Next, increase in channel capacity. By providing this or by constructing this canal lining, we can increase the channel capacity. Generally, we all know that this is a lined canal. These lined canals are generally smooth, such that they will allows the water to flow with high velocity. సో ఈ లేయర్ అనేది మనకు స్మూత్గా ఉంటుంది. ఈ లైనింగ్స్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం వల్ల మనకు లేయర్ అనేది స్మూత్గా ఉంటుంది. స్మూత్గా ఉండడం వల్ల మనకు ఫ్లో యొక్క వాటర్ యొక్క ఫ్లో అనేది చాలా హైగా ఉంటుంది. సో వెలాసిటీ విల్ బి హై వెన్ కంపేర్డ్ విత్ ద అన్లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్. అన్లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్లో సర్ఫేస్ అనేది రఫ్గా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి మనకు వెలాసిటీ అనేది లోగా ఉంటుంది. సో వాటర్ అనేది ఫ్రీగా మూవ్ కాదు. అదే లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్లో అనుకోండి, సర్ఫేస్ స్మూత్గా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి వాటర్ అనేది హై వెలాసిటీ ఫ్లో అవుతుంది కాబట్టి సో we can increase that channel capacity by providing this lining. నెక్స్ట్, లెస్ మెయింటెనెన్స్. సో మనకు లెస్ మెయింటెనెన్స్ అనేది ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ మనకు సీపేజ్ లాసెస్ అకర్ కావు లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్లో. సో మనకు మెయింటెనెన్స్ అనేది ఒక రకంగా డిక్రీజ్ అయినట్టు. నెక్స్ట్, డ్యామేజెస్ కూడా వాటర్ లాగింగ్ అనేవి జరగదు కాబట్టి సో మెయింటెనెన్స్ కాస్ట్ అనేది ఒక రకంగా తగ్గినట్టే మనకు. Hence, maintenance of lined canals is easier than the unlined canals. అదే అన్లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్లో తీసుకుంటే మనకు లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్ అనేది ఖర్చు చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే సీపేజ్ లాసెస్ అకర్ అవుతుంటాయి, వాటర్ లాగింగ్ ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి. నెక్స్ట్, కమాండ్ ఏరియా డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్, ఛానల్ కెపాసిటీ డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంటుంది. సో ఇవన్నీ ఎక్స్పెండిచర్కి దారి తీస్తాయి కాబట్టి అన్లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్లో. అందుకే లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్లో మనకు మెయింటెనెన్స్ కాస్ట్ అనేది చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్, సేఫ్టీ అగైనెస్ట్ ఫ్లడ్స్. ఏ లైన్ కెనాల్ ఆల్వేస్ విత్స్టాండ్ అగైనెస్ట్ ఫ్లడ్స్. సో దిస్ లైన్డ్ కెనాల్స్ విల్ సేఫ్టీ అగైనెస్ట్ ఫ్లడ్స్ because it will increase the command area and also it will increase the channel capacity. Due to these two parameters, it will protect from floods or it will prevent from floods. whereas in unlined canals it is not safety against floods, because there is a lot of chances occurring damages along the side slopes of the canals due to improper flow of water flow, due to increasing the water logging, and due to increasing the seepage losses. So it is very important to provide canal lining in canals so that we can protect the irrigation fields which are nearby surrounding the canals. But among all the concrete canal linings are good against floods with high velocity flows. సో ఇవన్నీ అడ్వాంటేజెస్ ఆఫ్ కెనాల్ లైనింగ్. సో ఫస్ట్ వన్ వచ్చేసి సీపేజ్ రిడక్షన్, నెక్స్ట్ ప్రివెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ వాటర్ లాగింగ్, నెక్స్ట్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ కమాండ్ ఏరియా, increasing channel capacity, next less maintenance, next safety against floods. So these are the 6 advantages of canal linings. So next topic వచ్చేసి మీకు types of canal linings. So what is mean by what are the types of canal linings? Generally there are 3 types of canal lines. One is earthen type lining, second one is hard surface lining, and third one is buried membrane lining. So first one చూద్దాం, earthen type lining. Earthen type linings are again classified into 2 types. First one is compacted earth lining and second one is soil cement lining. So we will go first compacted earthen lining. So generally these linings are preferred for the canals when the earth is available near the site. If the earth is available near the site of construction, or in situ. For suppose if earth is not available near the site, then it will be very costlier to construct this compacted earth lining. Okay, now this is a compacted earthen lining canal. So if earth is available near the site, it will be easier. If earth is not available near the site, then it is very difficult to construct the compacted earthen lining. Why compacted? Due to this compaction, it will reduces the soil pore sizes by displacing air and water. So that we can reduce in the void sizes by increasing the density, compressive strength and shear strength of the soil, so that we can reduce the permeability. అంతే కదా, ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ మనకు వాయిడ్ స్పేసెస్ అనేది డిక్రీజ్ చేసామనుకోండి, we can increase the density, compressive strength, shear strength of that soil, so that by increasing these 3 parameters we can automatically reduces the permeability. So hence this can be accompanied by a reduction in volume and settlement of the surface. So in this type of earth linings, Compaction, proper compaction is very essential to increase the stability and so that to decrease the erosion and seepage losses. Proper compaction cheste we can reduce the erosion and seepage losses. So this is about the compacted earth lining. ఈ కాంపాక్టెడ్ ఎర్త్ లైన్ ఏమేమి చేస్తారంటే వాయిడ్స్ని డిక్రీజ్ చేస్తారు. ఈ వాయిడ్స్ని డిక్రీజ్ చేయడం వల్ల మీకు డెన్సిటీ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, కంప్రెసివ్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, షియర్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఏది సాయిల్ యొక్క డెన్సిటీ, కంప్రెసివ్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్, షియర్ స్ట్రెంగ్త్. ఈ 3 పారామీటర్స్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవడం వల్ల మనము పర్మియబిలిటీ అనే పారామీటర్ని రెడ్యూస్ చేయొచ్చు. సో మనం ప్రాపర్ కాంపాక్షన్ చేస్తే మనకు ఎరోజన్ అండ్ సీపేజ్ లాసెస్ కూడా డిక్రీజ్ చేయొచ్చు. డ్యూ టు ప్రాపర్ కాంపాక్షన్ treatment, we can reduce the erosion and seepage losses that are occurring in future. So this is about the compacted earth lining. ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ లైనింగ్స్ ఎక్కువగా మనకు రూరల్ ఏరియాస్లో ఎక్కువగా యూస్ చేస్తారు. దీస్ ఆర్ టెంపరరీ కెనాల్స్ ఓన్లీ. These are not permanent canals. These are temporary canals only. Next, second one is the soil cement lining. Soil cement lining. So soil cement linings are constructed with mixtures of sandy soil, cement, water. It looks like a concrete like material. So this is a concrete hardened material which is impermeable. The cement content should be minimum 2 to 8% of the soil by volume. The cement content should be, while constructing this type of soil cement lining, we have to consider 2 to 8% of the volume of soil. Volume of soil. We have to consider cement among 2 to 8% of the volume of the soil. In general, there are two methods for constructing soil cement lining. Those two are dry mix method. Dry mix method, and second one is plastic mix method. These two methods will be used while constructing this soil cement lining. సో ఫస్ట్ నుంచి చూద్దాం ఒకసారి. సాయిల్ సిమెంట్ లైనింగ్లో ఏమేమి మిక్చర్స్ యూస్ చేస్తారంటే శాండీ సాయిల్ యూస్ చేస్తారు, సిమెంట్ యూస్ చేస్తారు, వాటర్ యూస్ చేస్తారు. విచ్ లుక్స్ లైక్ ఏ కాంక్రీట్, hardened concrete material. So this is a combination of soil cement which looks like a concrete hardened material which is impermeable, and while taking cement considerations ఎలా తీసుకుంటారంటే 2 to 8% of the volume of soil. నెక్స్ట్ ఈ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ చేయాలంటే ఈ సాయిల్ సిమెంట్ లైనింగ్ దెర్ ఆర్ 2 మెథడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటి వచ్చేసి డ్రై మిక్స్ మెథడ్, సెకండ్ వన్ ఈస్ ప్లాస్టిక్ మిక్స్ మెథడ్. ఈ 2 మెథడ్స్ని యూస్ చేసి ఈ సాయిల్ సిమెంట్ లైనింగ్ అనేది కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. Next, hard surface canal linings. So this is second one, hard surface canal linings. It is again divided into 3 types. First one is cement concrete lining, second one is brick lining, and third one is boulder lining. So we will see first one, cement concrete lining. So this is a cement concrete lining. Cement concrete linings are widely used with benefits justifying their relatively high cost. Even though they are high cost, but they are having several advantages because they are very tough, durable, relatively impermeable, and hydraulically very efficient. They are very tough, durable, impermeable, and hydraulically very efficient, even though the cost of construction of this cement concrete lining is high. But these concrete linings are suitable for both small and large channels which are flowing with high and low velocity, high and low flow velocities. Not only that, they can fulfill the every purpose of lining. They can fulfill every purpose of lining. There are several procedures of lining using cement concrete. So one is cast in situ lining and shotcrete lining, precast concrete lining, cement mortar lining. There are different procedures are available while constructing this cement concrete lining. Cast in situ, shotcrete, precast concrete lining, and cement mortar lining. So next, brick lining. In case of brick lining, bricks are laid using cement mortar on the sides and bed of the canal. ఇక్కడ మీరు ఫిగర్ డయాగ్రామ్ చూస్తే bricks are laid along the sides of the canal and also on the bed of the canal. After laying bricks, smooth finish is provided on the surface by using cement mortar. సో ఇక్కడ సిమెంట్ మోటార్స్ అనేది యూస్ చేసి మనకు స్మూత్ ఫినిషింగ్ అనేది ఇస్తారు. ఈ స్మూత్ ఫినిషింగ్ ఎందుకు ఇస్తారంటే వాటర్ అనేది ఫ్రీగా ఫ్లో కానికి, హై వెలాసిటీతో ఫ్లో కానికి ఈ స్మూత్ ఫినిషింగ్ అనేది మనకు చాలా యూస్ఫుల్ అవుతుంది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ బ్రిక్ లైనింగ్. సిమెంట్ మోటార్స్ ఇక్కడంతా. After the completion of laying the bricks, cement mortars are used for smooth finishing of the surface. Next, boulder lining. This type of linings are constructed with a dressed stone blocks. So dressed stone blocks. So these are the dressed stone blocks along the sides of the side slopes of the canal. Generally, we all know that proper dressed stones are not available in nature. Even though if irregular stone blocks are dressed, and we can chip it off as per the requirement. So for suppose if roughly dressed stones are used for lining, the surface will get rough, so that there will be a resistance to flow, so that technically the coefficient of rugosity will be higher. Hence it is essential for roughly dressed stones, it is essential to get smoothness by using dress system. Thus, stone lining is limited to the situation where loss of head is not an important consideration and where stones are available at moderate cost. So, instead of rough dressed stones, we can go for dressed stone blocks. So, because these are smooth nature, so that the water will flow freely with high velocity. Next, third one is buried membrane linings. It is subdivided into three types. They are plastic lining, asphaltic membrane lining, and third one is road oil lining. So plastic lining. సో ప్లాస్టిక్తో కూడా మనం లైనింగ్ అనేది కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ చేయొచ్చు. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ప్లాస్టిక్ లైనింగ్. Plastic lining of a canal is a newly developed technique. It's a new developed technique. There are three types of plastic membranes are used in this type of canal linings. First one is low density polyethylene, and second one is high molecular high density polythene, and third one is polyvinyl chloride. These are the three plastic membranes we can use in this type of plastic linings. Once again, I am repeating: low density polyethylene, second one is high molecular high density polythene, and third one is polyvinyl chloride. The advantages of this, but the advantages of providing plastic linings to the canal are: these are negligible in weight. First point is negligible in weight and easy to handle. Spreading and transportation is also easy, and speedy construction. We can construct this type of plastic linings in a very speedy manner. Next, the plastic film is spread on the, so this is the canal bed. The plastic film is spread on the prepared subgrade of the canal. So this is the subgrade of the canal. This plastic linings are provided along the sides and bed of the canal, so that there are trenches are provided on the top of the sides of the canal. This film is then covered with a protective soil cover. So this is about the plastic lining. Next, asphaltic membrane lining, which comes under in buried membrane lining category. So this type of linings consists of prefabricated asphaltic membranes which are available in rolls. So I will show the how asphaltic linings are. So this is the asphaltic lining. By using the mixture of asphalt and grade aggregated mix, which are placed at a high temperature of 200 degrees. By using asphalt and grade aggregated mix with a temperature of 200 degrees centigrade and 30 centimeter of layer of earth material for a protection. 30 centimeter of a layer is provided for earth protection. So this is about the asphalt lining. But it is very flexible and there is no need of any special equipment and skilled workers while constructing these type of linings. But prefabricated asphaltic membranes are quite durable. If you want to construct this type of asphaltic lining, we can go for prefabricated asphaltic membranes because they are durable and flexible. So next, road oil lining. In this type of lining, road oil is sprinkled over the subgrade in a thickness of 1.5 mm. The oil penetrates to a depth of 5 to 8 centimeter into the subgrade. The subgrade is then compacted so that oil fills the soil pores and makes the subgrade somewhat impervious. In this road oil lining, we will use the oil. We can penetrate this oil up to a depth of 5 to 8 centimeter into the subgrade such that it will fill the soil pores and makes the subgrade somewhat impervious. So but these are temporary purpose linings, not permanent. In temporary cases, these types of linings will be used, not for permanent cases. Next, factors affecting selection of a good canal lining. So, so these are the factors: economy, durability, maintenance, stability, erosion resistance, impermeability, hydraulic efficiency. సో ఎకానమీ పరంగా చూసుకుంటే ది లైనింగ్ సెలెక్టెడ్ ఫర్ ఎ పర్టికులర్ కెనాల్ షుడ్ బి ఎకనామికల్. The economy of the canal lining project generally depends upon the many factors based on the type of the material which is used for the construction of canal linings and availability of lining materials and availability of labors, construction equipment, and the time of the construction. So these are the factors we have to check while constructing a good canal lining. But a canal lining is said to be economical when the repair and maintenance costs are less, along with initial construction cost. Maintenance and repair costs are should be less when compared with the initial cost construction cost. Next, durability. A canal lining should be durable in such a way that it should survive in peak flow conditions also. It should have capability to survive in peak flow conditions and also in canal empty conditions also. In all weather conditions against temperature changes and also chemical actions. The lining should be inspected periodically to prevent the growth of weeds or plants, etc., which affects the durability of the structure. So, regular inspection is very essential to maintain the durability in the canals from preventing the growth of weeds and plants on the beds of the canals. Next, maintenance. The maintenance of good canal lining is always easy and economical. We all know that the maintenance cost is always easier one for canal lining and economical. A canal lining constructed by using bricks or concrete can be easily repaired. But whereas cast in situ concrete linings requires difficult to repair when it is damaged. Cast in situ concrete linings is difficult to repair when they get damaged. But however, cast in situ concrete lining requires less maintenance than other because of its structural stability. Because of its structural stability, the maintenance is less, but repairing is difficult. Next, stability. So this is also one of the factor which will affect the canal lining. Sometimes cavities will be formed behind the lining so that it will create the problems like seepage losses, waterlogging. Hence, the canal lining should survive against these types of losses and pressures. So the lining provided should be heavy, strong, stable and durable. Next, erosion resistance. By providing canal lining material, it will have good resistance against the erosion. Erosion occurs due to sediments which are present in water on the canal surface bed. If the canal water contains sediments in a considerable amount of water, then the concrete lining or stone boulder lining is preferable since these are good in erosion resistance. Next, impermeability. Impermeability means it should be protect the canal from the seepage losses. However, some types of canals Some types of linings like compacted earth lining, soil cement lining are provided to reduce the seepage losses up to some limits. But concrete lining, plastic lining, etc. are more impermeable, but these are uneconomical. Not only that, the type of lining with respect to seepage losses is selected based on different factors such as percentage of seepage, water demand, population intensity, etc. Next, hydraulic efficiency. We can increase the hydraulic efficiency by providing the lining in the canals, but there is one disadvantage is when the lining surface is continuously exposed to water flow, the surface of the canal will becomes rough and it will be eroded, so that it will reduces the hydraulic efficiency of that canal. Hence it is very essential to maintain that hydraulic efficiency by providing a good lining material. So this is our today's class.